Welcome to the Mazda postgame show.
Matt Forte and the Jets imposing their will on both sides of the scrimmage line tonight. And what a line score for Forte. 77 yards rushing and 2 rushing touchdowns. Part of 194 rushing yards the Jets racked up on offense. And then on defense, I think they might have, just for good measure, sacked Tyrod Taylor on his way to the locker room as well. I mean, the defense was living in the Bills' backfield for much of the night. And welcome to the Mazda postgame show set. I am Rich Eisen with my trio of Hall of Famers: Marshall Faulk, LaDainian Tomlinson, and Michael Irvin. LT, you said before the game Jets were going to win it. They were dominant. I mean, they looked like the team with playoff aspirations this year, not the Bills.
That's correct, Rich. And, you know, I thought that this defensive line would have an epic performance tonight, led by Muhammad Wilkerson, because he's really the key to this defensive line. When you look at all the things that he is able to do, he can move around along that line of scrimmage and match up against the worst link on the offensive line. So it starts with him, and then Leonard Williams and the rest of those boys kind of fed off what Muhammad Wilkerson did tonight.
They had 11 sacks coming into the season, 7 tonight alone.
Wow. Rich, I did not see this coming. LT saw it. You know, if this was like Wall Street, we would call insider trading on him.
Nice. Nice.
That's a good he saw this coming, and he said they have a chance, and they came out. And as you said, they controlled the line of scrimmage. I'm going to say that for as well as the Buffalo Bills stopped the run this season, they were at a walkthrough today.
Yeah.
The Jets controlled the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, and I'm going to say that they were ready to play. Todd Bowles had his team ready to play today.
And Buffalo was not. And we talked about this. And I always say, every time you have an upward call, there's a downward pull. And New England was saying, come on up. Are you up here with us, 6'2"? Yeah. But the Jets said no, pulled you right back down. And we talked about it. We wanted to see, could you handle this stage when you're this show and everybody's watching you, and beat the teams you're supposed to beat, so that we could be up in the better echelon of the AFC?
And not ready.
And Buffalo said, no, we're not ready.
No, we're not ready.
They had a lot of undisciplined play with
turnovers
and the
turnovers. They wasn't ready, Rich.
Right, and that's what it is. This is your moment. There's no do-over. You got to get it done right here, right now. And they did not do it.
But we see why they went out and got Kelvin Benjamin.
Yes.
Because today they were limited on the perimeter trying to throw the football. They had nobody to make plays for them. So, I mean, uphill battle for this.
The minute the Jets
outside, and they came in tonight with only 45 completions total on the outside to wide receivers. There are 45 guys in this league with 45 receptions by themselves. So they did go outside and they made plays, but just not enough, man. They stopped the run game like you talked about.
Exactly. The minute the Jets controlled the line of scrimmage, took LaShawn McCoy out of the game. Everything that Tyrod threw was short underneath. Tackles were made immediately.
Let you catch it, but you won't beat us with it.
And this was the game. I mean, the Jets committed. There you go with Adams in the box. You said he had to be active. They committed the extra guy in the box. And when you commit that extra guy in the box, it is up to your receivers to win the one-on-one battles on the outside. If you do not win those one-on-one battles, oh boy, as Tony Romo said, it is going to be a long day, and a long day it was for Tyrod and his offense.
And not just win the battles, but also make something happen because you have space. Since everybody's down in the line of scrimmage, your rack has to come up. Your run after catch has to come up. You have to make plays after you catch the ball and not just make the play catching the ball.
Well, the only people that are happy, I guess, associated with the Bills are the people who have Tyrod Taylor in their fantasy league, where he scored a rushing touchdown and threw for a touchdown, and what New York fans around here would know as Marv Albert would call garbage time here in MetLife Stadium. It wasn't even close. Bills and Jets was a gangrene whitewash. NFL Total Access Endgame. After we are done here in MetLife, the Jets fans are jubilant.
The Mazda CX-5 driving matters. And brought to you by McDonald's $2 small McCafe drinks.
Every stitch is a part of me. All these shapes and designs express our devotion to craftsmanship. I want people to feel our passion when they touch it and when they drive it.
Test drive the CX-5 and experience the details for yourself.
Get your game day started Sunday at 7 a.m. with NFL Game Day Morning.
Michael, stop right there. You're on your mark.
Halfway through the season, Carson Wentz and the Eagles have the NFL's best record.
Yeah! That's what I'm talking about!
We'll let you know if it's too early for Philly fans to be making their Super Bowl plans. Plus, another member of the NFL's youth movement sits down to discuss his early season success.
This team could be great. You know, we're still trying to figure out the pieces. We're still coming together. Everybody's still trying to figure out each other.
NFL Game Day Morning starts Sunday at 7 a.m. Then at 9, it's Rich and the gang taking you right up to kickoff.
Matt Forte with a big night, 14 for 77 on the ground and 2 touchdowns. And then the defense with 7 sacks, a dominating performance by the New York Jets under the lights. And they join us right now on the other side of the ball. 2 guys from Louisiana, collegiately balling out here in, well, I mean, well, you played collegiately in
LSU.
Louisiana. You
But
got
you
LSU and
Dallas.
Tulane in the house.
You know that, baby. Come on now, give
you know
us
that,
some,
baby.
right.
I love it. See, Jamal Adams takes charge. Jamal Adams takes charge.
I
And
raised that
good to
young
see
man.
Matt Forte of Tulane and LSU's Jamal Adams here in New Jersey. Okay.
You good with Louisiana?
You know, I'm
Okay.
good. Marsh is from Louisiana.
You good with Louisiana?
Get out of here, man. With that, you know.
He repping that purple and gold.
There you go. Very good. Congratulations to you both.
Thank you.
Matt, let's start with you first. You said a few days ago here in the rain, didn't run the ball enough, just 41 attempts on the ground. Suffice for you tonight against the Buffalo Bills?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, it's all about, you know, what you do as a team. And we came together this on the short week. It shows the character of our team. We came together and talked about what we needed to do as an offense as a whole, and came out here and grounded the ball. With our defense doing like that, creating turnovers and stopping the run, if we run the ball like that and play complementary football, we'll be good.
Jamal, you know, I've shared with the guys that I've watched you since you were a baby playing ball in Dallas and always knew you were going to be exceptional. Talk to me about what it's been like for you, being the top draft choice for the Jets, coming in, hearing all the rumblings about tanking a season and showing up on this football field, winning games that nobody gave you guys a chance to win. Talk to me about that process.
Well, you know, man, you know, they talk about taking the safety so high. You know, why? Some people question it. And, you know, I always had, you know, confidence in myself to come out and change the program. This organization already had the foundation. It was already laid. They just needed a couple more players to come in and make a difference. And you have guys that, you know, that lead us like Matt and the QBs, and just it goes on. But it shows that, you know, we can come in and make a difference, man. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you're a rookie. You can come in and make a difference ASAP.
Matt, you guys are 4-5 now. Big win tonight. How do you carry the momentum into the rest of the season and to finish strong and make a playoff run?
We stay focused. We don't get too excited about, you know, just one win. And we got a long week ahead of us, you know, heading into Tampa Bay before the bye. So we can't just let that one slip away, just think that we're going to go out on the field and they're going to hand it to us. So we got to stay focused out there, come back after the weekend and heal up and get ready to practice hard again.
Rookie and vet, this question here, and I want to know, you're sitting at 4-5, and you're riding the highs and lows. You know, you win a game, you win a couple, you lose. What do you do to make sure that you keep those guys where they need to be, to where you go into games, you're not expecting, you just go out, you play hard, and you try to get the win? What do you do? What do you say to the guys in the locker room?
I think we expect to win. We go out there expecting, not hoping to make plays and I hope we win or something like that. You know, we relay that message throughout the team. And when we go out and practice, I mean, it's all about, you know, camaraderie and also about going hard out there. We go after each other, you know, at practice and stuff, and the defense practice is hard. I see Jamal out there talking trash with, you know, the guys he's going against, you know, every day. And you bring it every day. You have to do it every day no matter what. And, you know, I attribute to him and the whole defense. You know, we feed off of them. When we see them doing that, you know, we get hyped and we go out there and do the same thing.
You talking trash in practice?
Every day. It doesn't change. I just like to bring the energy out on the practice field because, you know, when I'm on the field, you know, playing the game, I'm going to continue to be myself. So when I can get guys going or talk a little trash, it brings the competitive juices out of everybody.
So what has this young man to your left, we could talk about him like he's not sitting here for a second, what has he brought to this organization and the attitude in this locker room, based, again, on the conversation that everybody was talking about coming into this season, that the Jets should tank for somebody named Darnold or Rosen or something like that?
Yeah, just you know, I mean, age-wise, and you know, him coming into the league, of course, he's a rookie, but he came in as a consummate pro. Like, he approached everything as a pro, and you know, just seeing the way he worked, it rubs off. Like, a lot of his classmates that come in with him, they see how he works, and they see him out there, and he brings energy to the team, which I mean, that's a huge thing. People underrate that, bringing energy out there on the field. Not only, you know, sparks the defense, but we see that, and we feed off of that.
Yeah, and I told Jamal before the draft and right after he was drafted, I said, listen, man, I know a lot of people said a lot of things and you thought you would go higher. I said, but where you went is the best place for you. I say, hands down, this will be the greatest place. With your leadership and how you play, you can go here to New York, you can turn it around, and you can write your check for the next 50 years of your life. Did I not tell you that? And he's been doing that. Now, we got some to show. This dude has been doing the same thing as long as I've known him. This is him in high school right here. This is Jamal. Oh, Jamal has been taking people out as long as I've known him.
Look out.
Oh.
I still hold that record there.
Are you going to hold it up? Is he going to hold it up?
Oh, come on now. Look at the wheels. Watch the shake. Watch the shake. Hold on.
You remember that play, huh?
I remember it, man. Hands down. Hands down.
That's all right, man. That's fun to see, man. It's fun to see.
So what do you guys do now? What's next? How do you keep tonight's momentum through the bye week? How do you keep this rolling to maybe make that run and get you guys
what are your goals
in a position to where you know, like, we're talking about you and expecting you guys to win these games.
Yeah, keep grinding like we have been, and but also notice where we are. You know, we gave up a couple of games in a row where we weren't really beaten by the other team. We beat ourselves, and if we continue to play ball like we played in the first half of those games where we were winning by, you know, 10, 14 points, and don't get the penalties in the second half or turnovers like that, then our defense can you know, shut people down.
What changes that? Like from week to week, like what's different? What do you see that's different in this team from week to week to where it happens and then it doesn't happen?
Well, you know, I wouldn't say it's a difference, man. I just think it's certain plays that, for us, like he said, man, we beat ourselves, you know, almost. It's not necessarily what the other team is doing to us, it's what we're doing to ourselves. So when we come out and we can play a fundamental ball game, you know, we're tough to beat, man, and this team has a lot of talent. We don't get a lot of credit. You know, we're 4-5 now,
right.
But
you're right.
Hey, it happens, man. You gotta win each week. You move past the losses and you enjoy the wins. After 24 hours, you let it go and you move on to the next.
But what are your goals for this season? Because you're coming into this season, there people out there saying you're tanking.
There's only one
people
goal.
on the desk says that they don't have a shot.
There's only one goal.
What is the goal
it's the
for
Super
the New
Bowl.
York?
That is
only
the
one
goal.
You guys aren't afraid to say from that locker room that you believe you have a chance to win a Super Bowl this year.
If you don't believe, I mean, what's the point of playing?
Come on, Uncle Mike. Uncle Mike now.
That's something.
I know you wouldn't say that.
You first must believe. That's all I'm going to say. I appreciate that.
So as a man thinketh,
so is he.
You know what I'm saying.
I'm with that word.
Well, you know what?
That word out here.
We all have something in common because you're following the example of Josh McCown and following him to success. We are also doing the same. We have Drew Christensen over there on the side of our set. He's not Josh McCown right there. What do you think?
Not Josh McCown. He
What do you think,
direct
though?
TV Josh McCown.
What do you think, though? Pretty close, though.
Basic cable. He's the basic cable Josh McCown.
There you go. Right.
He's not Josh McCown. Just in case, but if you ever, you know, need need a double or something like that. We got him for you. Congrats, guys. Congrats. You got it.
Good job, man.
That's Matt Forte.
Proud of you.
We got 22 and number 33 of the NYJ here as they were number 1 tonight, week number 9, taking down the Buffalo Bills, just dismantling them on both sides of the line of scrimmage in front of a nationally televised audience.
I'm calling your dad right now.
Call him right now.
You better believe I'm calling.
Oh, man, he's wide awake right now.
He's watching.
He's probably running around the house.
You know he's watching this right now. You know he's watching right now.
Oh, man, the Jets are in good hands from here on out. You can tell that. Back with NFL Total Access Endgame. Oh, my gosh. Gotham City tonight is all about the New York Jets. Man, what a performance. 2 touchdown winners over the Buffalo Bills to kick off week 9. Chris Rose, what's coming up on NFL Total Access Endgame?
Well, Rich, first of all, 3 Super Bowl champions, DeMarcus Ware, David Carr, Willie McGinnis. Then raise your hand if you had the Jets getting 4 wins at all this year.
Can't say that.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Can't say that it is.
We'll break
Good job,
down their
Josh.
big win over Buffalo, plus Deshaun Watson, done for the year. One of the great rookie campaigns we've ever seen. What does it mean for the Houston Texans moving forward? Do these guys give them a chance at the playoffs? Plus, we'll break down the Dallas Cowboys and the Kansas City Chiefs. Somebody's not happy in Arlington, and it could get worse this weekend. It's Total Access Endgame coming your way right after this here on the Mazda Postgame Show.
All right, thanks very much. Normally, I leave it to you guys to just say the last word, but I got to say, I'll tell you, I believe in Josh McCown. I believe in these New York Jets.
Oh, yeah. Now you said.
Oh, yeah. I think that Josh McCown is going to play for as long as he wants to play. He's the quarterback of the future here. Oh, yeah.
You are just, that's just
LT dropped
in all honesty, though, that Jamal Adams.
The only thing worse than what you're saying right now.
He's a bad man.
He's a good dude.
The only thing worse than what you're saying
about him now, right?
He's
a great build around.
I have seen the light. Josh McCown will play till he's 50 and win 5 Super Bowls for the Jets.
The Thursday Night Football post-game show is presented by the Mazda CX-5. Driving matters. And brought to you by K Jewelers. Every kiss begins with K.
Thank you for watching the Mazda Postgame Show.
Every stitch is a part of me. All these shapes and designs express our devotion to craftsmanship. I want people to feel our passion when they touch it and when they drive it.
Test drive the CX-5 and experience the details for yourself.